your lawn irrigation. It's
Okay.
running right out above
That's
your
the one that goes
head.
outside, where there's an outside thing there right now, isn't there?
Yep.
Okay.
On the lawn irrigation is a meter and a RPZ. This is a backflow device. Just for if any chemicals or anything were introduced into the system, it can't come into your, this is a requirement and this has to be tested once a year. We have guys that do it, other plumbing companies can do it.
Testing to make sure the valve's correct.
Yep, so that no backflow will flow through that valve.
Shouldn't be much go wrong with that, should there?
No, no. There's actually 3 of these in the building, and I'll go through where they're all at. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory there where that is. Water meter, pressure temp gauge.
So the people from the city come look at this? Water meters, do they, is that where they, how they determine it, or how they?
Yep, they'll measure.
For payment
It
and
should
stuff?
be, should send it, like, they just have to drive by and.
Oh, okay,
read a signal.
it's electronic.
They don't have to.
Not like the old days, huh?
No.
You gotta write it down, Charlie.
They still complain their job is too hard.
Okay, well, there you
Took
go.
away a good job.
Yeah.
Meter reader job is great, I think.
Amazing.
Another shop, we have this stuff, our main, just to shut stuff down, this is just a butterfly valve. Closed, open. Coming up the way, we have a future bypass for a softener. Softener wasn't drawn in on here. So for future, there is one where we can hook onto it and just go.
Where does that go, the softener, if we ever have it, be in the other room or here?
Right in here,
Right here.
there's a drain for it, there's bypass with the water, basically everything's there. Just keep following the line up here, this is a check valve. What that's gonna do is just stop your migrating hot water from running into your cold line. The other side of that is our recirc line, so this is pulling, recirculating all the hot water through the building. And back through here, and it's dumping right back into the cold.
So the one pump does the entire building?
Yep.
Wow.
Nope, we have it all balanced out with balancing valves.
Okay.
From there on, we're feeding the coal to the building, everything has stickers and labels. That didn't take long. The cold is dumping down into the water heaters. Going back out hot, sending it to the building. We have it set up where the first cold that's feeding is our last hot going out. What that'll do is it'll balance your water heaters to where they're each getting the same amount of use. It's not just one taking the load of the whole building. They're each taking part of that. Main power of the water heater is on and off is right there. I probably ain't gonna get into too much detail where you're moving stuff up and down, what you're gonna do. That's something that should be done by us.
Sit and forget.
Yep, we'll have guys come through if they haven't already. Get everything going, CO, carbon dioxide tests, all that stuff will be done,
Maintenance on these water heaters, is it like do a flush on them? Or just?
It's, any water heater is not bad to flush it out like out of these. Every 6 months or something. I'll say that with a residential water heater, anything, just, you're getting that stuff out of the bottom, that scale, that definitely helps them out. Probably not a requirement, but I would definitely, I do it to my water.
Every
heater.
6 months or so?
I would say so, yeah. It's just good to get that scale out and flush that out.
Okay.
Just to flush these, you kill the fresh water, kill the water coming in? or-
All you should be able to do is just take a screwdriver right out of this and it should pull it right out of that.
So how much should you take out typically?
Just let the hose run wide open for
Yeah.
2-3 minutes.
Okay.
You
Kind
just-
of watch it.
You
see
tap the
if
hose
there's
in to
anything
take the
coming out.
drain?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Just kind of watch what's coming out of the hose. You don't,
See some junk.
because you'll see some junk.
Sludge like?
Be like gritty stuff, yeah.
We can't put our hands on
So if you don't.
High tech
I
stuff.
know. All right, that's.
They are with, like if something happens and your pressure gets too high or temp gets too high, safety advice for that they'll start dumping water. These tend to drip, but you cannot plug this line. Do not. That's what makes the bomb that we all see on Mythbusters and all that. So,
I check those every month anyway. I just popped
yep.
just a little bit, just make sure.
You can tap on that if it does.
Yeah, and tap it in and make it seal.
They can seal and see again.
All right, that's cool.
Vents go out. This PVC white pipe here is going out through the trash room.
Oh, okay.
That's your exhaust going out. And your intake would be these guys right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And then there's filters in there and screens.
Oh, okay.
That's not a bad idea to take them out and shake them out. If you're doing that 6-month effect or whatever it is, that's probably a good thing to have on there. Anything that would collect in there is going to prevent the water heater cause issues with it. So, yeah, it basically does it in there, all the shut offs are there, each water heater is shut off. All the water heaters, each individual.
Yeah.
Expansion paint is just gonna, you get a pressure surge and stuff like that, stuff like that. Also prolongs the life of your water heaters.
Yeah.
Big thing.
What is that again? What is that again?
This is a pressure paint, flatter paint. So like, let's say you get a spike in your water pressure. This is like a shock absorber for it. Hot water expands and contracts, right? So let's say you get a pressure spike right away. This will take that instead of putting the stress on the steel tank.
I've had to put those near a laundry because the laundry water shuts off from the pond so hard, it would take out the RPZ after a period of time.
Oh,
It
sure.
short the life of those, so we've had to add them before.
Yep, so you're familiar with,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, how that all works.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Once again, all the piping is labeled. Hot, research, home, seal that up there. Starting to get into where it separates and goes to different places. There's butterfly valves up here for each wing. If you want to shut this wing down, you can right there. For that wing down. All labeled again. Every unit has, let's see, let's go down here. Every pipe off these mains is labeled for you. So this is our hot, 103, 203, 303, and 403. So you shut that off, you're going to shut off that stack of units going all the way up.
But I like it that it's so accessible and not hidden in the ceiling. I gotta go.
Yep, no,
Yeah, I
it's
got
all,
an idea where they're at usually, but
it's all right here. You're hot, you're cold, and then your recirc is coming back down. So that recirc line is feeding all the way up to the top, bringing back down the hot water recirculating. This is a balancing valve. Those will all be pre-balanced. And it just regulates how much is going back.
This is big white.
That's roof drains. It's actually on the list here.
Roof drains, okay.
We got water service, lawn irrigation.
I think it's big for some value, something.
wow, that would be nice if it would be fixing around the ceiling.
Yep, yeah.
Fixing things are going
Yeah.
bad.
There's, so that RPZ that I brought up for the lawn irrigation,
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to walk through the rest of them, but there's 2 more in the trash rooms.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, they were both in the trash room.
Yep, there's
Okay.
one right here and then one in the other trash room.
Okay, yeah, that's probably for that cleaning that for that.
Yep, it's just the same thing. They have to be tested annually. And
Yeah,
that's just if the sanitizer that they put in at the top of the chute
yeah,
can't back up into your drinking water.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Water heaters we went through.
But that's all the RPZs. Is those? I guess we don't
Just
have
the
much
3.
for. We're not doing any chemicals much.
No, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, so that's true. Okay.
He was asking what this white piping is. It's all cast iron roof drains.
Oh.
It's actually really interesting. I was down here when that derecho hit.
Yeah.
They go 4 stories up to the roof. There's a 6-inch pipe right there coming down. was actually drawing water up. It was sucking water up. I have a
The
video of it.
Pressure
It's-
variant, huh?
Yeah, it was. You see the water kind of just hovering, right?
Oh, no
It
kidding.
was actually great.
Huh.
I actually have a video of it. I'll show
That
you
is
later.
crazy. I never would have dreamed of that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
There is roof drains and overflows. So roof drains. Let's see here. Overflows go out the side of the buildings. So you see, we'll actually got to get some brass countertops put on them. Right now, they're just white PVC pipe going out the
I
side
know
of
it's
the
one in
building.
the courtyard. Is that what that is?
Yep.
What is that? That's overflow of what?
So if there is too much rain that the roof drain cannot handle it, or there's a clog or plug,
That comes out.
we need to get that water off the roof, like emergency type thing, because
Okay.
it'll cause so much weight.
So it won't always go on there unless there's an overflow? It won't come out?
There's a pair. If there's a roof drain, there's an overflow next to it.
Okay.
So that's kind of how that
I
works.
see.
The overflow has a dam up on the roof that's 2 inches higher than the roof drain. So the
it has
roof
to-
drain
has
will-
to go over that for it to go in that too?
Yep, exactly. So if we're getting 2 inches of water on the roof, we need to get rid of it at that point.
It's interesting that never had an underground parking garage, so usually this stuff
Yeah,
underground.
we had first one for us.
See the roof drains,
Yeah, usually it's in the dirt.
yeah, so that's kind of
Actually,
weird.
the Johnston one's probably just like this, I imagine.
What's that?
You're doing the Johnston project, aren't you, in Des Moines area? The Johnston?
We are. I haven't been there. but-
They have underground, so I suppose it's the same
Oh,
principle.
yep, same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
The roof drains all actually go out too through the walls. They're all the ones tying together. The
Where do they end up at?
Pond?
yeah,
Where'd they go?
They're all tied into the underground
storm sewer.
piping.
Is that one thing, is that part of it, that thing they put in last fall, that big round thing here? Is that part of it?
The drainway cement piping is all down here. It all has cleanouts down here. So if you have issues with sewer anywhere, there's cleanouts down here like this to clean out this run instead of bringing a sewer machine up the stairs.
Right.
You're not ever gonna have problems with it as I put some of the plumbing in, but should never have any issues with that. Do we have some? Let's head on over this way. Trying to grab it all in here.
Sure beats having to figure it out on my own. I really appreciate that.
This is the grease trap for the serving kitchen. So everything that runs through the sink comes through this. This will trap the grease. But this will eventually go up. We'll have to get that cleaned out.
That's the sump? That's the sump right there? That part?
Grease trap.
That's
Grease trap.
this is a grease
Grease trap.
Grease trap.
In the kitchen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically just that.
Shouldn't have too much of that.
The sumps, this gets kind of confusing. So there's two on each side, two over there and two here. The one that's tying into the sewers for the elevator, that's picking up the elevator drain because we can't. If there's a leak of oil in the elevator, we can't send that outside. So we're gonna put that in the sewer.
Oh, gotcha.
The other one is the parameter tile, and that's just getting sent up and running into our roof drains. That's gonna go out the same way. That's just taking groundwater.
Put a tile underneath.
Like when
Yep.
we were doing the footings, that tile
Yep.
that was down there, that's that scenario there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. And then this is just taking the waste out of
We
the
have a lot of
elevator-
groundwater here.
Elevator bed. I know.
You know that, so.
It keeps on.
I haven't been paying attention, no, but it's gotta kick on. I mean, I know we pumped it out a few times and it's working. I'm guessing it's gonna kick
You
on
see it in the bottom.
as of today.
So we got 3 of them doing the tile and that was doing the elevator pit.
All these have floats, they turn on and off by themselves, valves to shut them down if you need to. Simple, just plug them in. Pretty simple. We can go over the other ones so you kind of know which one.
He couldn't know one.
I just got 2 elevators.
grade all works out. This is the same thing, this will be our elevator, that'll be in the sewer again. And then our groundwater is going in, so.
No, they're electric. Yeah, there's no battery backup on it.
Did you tell me that these are cast iron?
Yep, that's
This
all
is just,
cast.
this is just the outside protection to.
Yeah, it's
for paper
insulated so it don't sweat.
condensation kind of thing.
Mhm.
If it leaks at all, I don't, we probably tested it, but if
Yep.
it does leak, then do we tape it or do we just call or what do we do if it leaks?
They're put together with a rubber like firm coat band. Dry tighten it up. You could sure call.
You have to open this up to do it?
Yep, it's basically
All
a
right.
utility knife.
Just in case, I mean, all of a sudden we see a bunch of water.
Yeah,
coming out.
you'll see it. It'll come out. It goes through fiberglass insulation, so it'll stain it yellow.
Okay, just curious. Hopefully it doesn't, but.
One thing, if you do lose power and he's backed up, worst case scenario is you got a wet garage floor. And so it's not the end of the world.
Could be our second swimming pool.
Yeah, there you go. We got another
Definitely
amenity
positive.
right there. Yeah.
You don't have to switch that
Or
day.
a super large car wash. But yeah, it's,
That kind of does it for me down here. If you want to go up to one of the units upstairs, we can go through some of the stuff we put in up there.
Okay.
That would be
That's
probably the
okay.
next thing.
I don't have.
Done on it?